Welcome. Let's consider the following equation, which represents a hyperbola, and let's write it in standard form. The first thing that we should do with the equation that we're given, it's organize our terms. Let's write the terms that have an x on them first. Let's write the terms that have the y term on them. And this term that does not have neither an x or a y, let's move it to the other side. So here we have our x terms, but notice that I'm writing in a very specific form, from highest to lowest exponent. Here I have my y terms, the same when it comes to exponents from highest to lowest, and 163, it is on the right hand side. Next, when I'm looking at the terms with the x on it, I can see that the leading coefficient, it is not equivalent to 1. And when it comes to the y terms, we have the same problem. The leading coefficient, it is not equals to 1. So we should fix that. When it comes to the x terms, let me factor out a value of 9. And when it comes to the y terms, let me factor out a value of -4. And on the right hand side, let's just bring that down. Now we are at a better position because the x terms are written next to each other. And now we have a leading coefficient of 1. And the same goes with the y terms that are written next to each other. And we have a leading coefficient of 1. And the reason why we need this form is because now we're going to complete the square one variable at a time. Let's concentrate on the x. Let's look at the value that is in front of x, which in this case it is -10. And let's do two things to it. First, let's divide it by 2. That's going to give us -5. And then let's square it. This is going to give us a value of 25. What we are going to do with that value, let's add it inside the parentheses with the variable of x's. Now let's move to the next variable, which is y's. Let's complete the square on y's. Let's get the value that we have in front of y, which is -8. And let's do two things to it. Let's divide it by 2, which is going to give us -4, and then let's square it, which is going to give us 16. What we are going to do to that value, let's write it down inside the parentheses with the variables of y. Now, on the right-hand side, we need to balance the equation because we added 25 and we also added 16 on the left-hand side. But do not make this mistake. We do not need to add 25 and another 16 on the right-hand side as well. That will be incorrect. Because notice where we added the value of 25, we added it inside the parentheses. And if it's inside the parentheses, be mindful that there was a value of 9 which is going to get multiplied. So it is true that we wrote down plus 25 on the left hand side. But when it comes to values, we added 225 in the left. So that is the value that we need to write on the right hand side as well to properly balance the equation. And we should be careful with the y's as well, because 16 was added inside the parentheses. There is a -4, which is getting multiplied to obtain the true value. So when it comes to values, we added -64 in the left. So that should be the value that we need to add in the right-hand side to properly balance out the equation. Now here's the reason as to why we added the 25 inside the parentheses. Because when we try to rewrite this expression, we can factor it out. We can write this down as x minus 5 times x minus 5. But we are just going to write this down as x minus 5 squared. And the same idea is going to be applied on the y's. The reason why we added 16 inside the parentheses is because now we have a trinomial which we can factor out. We can write this down as y minus 4 times y minus 4. Well, let's just write this down as y minus 4 squared. And the right hand side, let's just combine values. This is going to give us 324. And we are almost done. The only thing that we have to do is to remember that the right hand side of a hyperbola, it is always equivalent to 1. Right now we have it as 324. So to make it equals to 1, let's divide every single term by 324. Now the right hand side is going to be equals to 1. And on the terms that have the x on it, I can treat this out as a fraction of 9 divided by 324. Now that is going to give us 1 divided by 36. So we can write our rational as x minus 5 squared divided by 36. The same with the y's. Let me take a look at the fraction that I have in front of the parentheses. Negative 4 divided by 324. This can be simplified as 1 divided by 81. So the whole term that we have with the y's, we can write it out as 1 divided by 81 in the denominator. And now we got our standard form. Let me just make it nicer. Let me move the 1 a little bit closer to our result. So now we got our hyperbola in standard form. Hello. If you would like to continue learning about mathematics, you can check out the videos on the left.